Deceased Craft is my favorite mod pack of all time, and in October, it was the pack on MSMP. This pack is a modern zombie apocalypse with completely overhauled Lost Cities generation, including completely custom buildings with all kinds of items inside that wind up turning it into a loot goblin's playground. Further out, a wasteland full of mutated horrors awaits us. With a month to play through the pack, I got started on launch day. It's important for you to know that we launched the pack on a day I had a Valorant premiere game with my team, so my friends Butter and Screech decided to be the voices in my head while I got started.
Is killing not allowed in the server?
It's allowed,
No,
but
it's like
I'd
super
just
loud.
like prefer to
okay.
not, you know?
All right. Yeah.
Okay, it looks a little better. Why is
Hello?
it so lag?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Wait, hit that guy.
We're
not
so
gonna-
back.
Wait, just see if you
Beat
can take
him up.
knockback.
I can hear you, Cream. I can hear you. I've got voices in my head right now.
Beat him up, kill him, kill him.
Please kill him.
I'm not killing
Kill 'em.
anybody.
That's droppable.
I want the backpack. I'll protect you. I saved you, Soy. I'm not gonna kill. What the
What?
Kill him for the pickaxe.
Ask him for the pickaxe. If he says no, then kill him. I think
I
that's
think
fair.
that's a good idea.
Can I have your pickaxe, Soy?
What happened to yours?
Thank
Damn
you.
it.
Break?
Oh, I was really hoping
yeah,
you'd
it
kill him.
broke.
I was also hoping you would kill him. All right, ask
Bro.
Cream for the pickaxe too.
Yeah.
Can I have your pickaxe?
I don't.
We should probably run, bro.
I think you know
Wait.
what needs
So,
to happen.
Yeah,
Cream did
I
not
think
give you
it's
the
killing
pickaxe.
time. Like,
Guy, Cream, can I have your pickaxe? It's very important. Cream, I promise it's important. Oh my god, you were
oh, what'd you do? Wait,
What are you doing?
I'm sorry! The voices in my head are very loud!
Your chest plate's damaged. You need another one.
What's up?
The evil voices don't like you.
Bro.
The evil voices need material goods. That's all our goal is.
Soy, get over here! Soy! Over
Wait,
here!
give me your chest plate and I'll protect you. Trust.
finally you're gonna do it? Let's go.
Do it.
And after those shenanigans, I wandered around with Soy, looking to get on my feet. The only extra mod we had in here was Revive Me, which is a fitting mod that allows for players to be revived. I caution you against adding it if you play this mod pack because it caused a glitch where sometimes player deaths wouldn't log correctly with the corpse mod, resulting in your entire inventory being deleted on death with no method of retrieval. This was completely on us for adding the mod and doesn't reflect on the mod pack at all. Can I have
Yeah.
your skillet?
Why do you want two?
Because I'm greedy.
All right, now you can make a better durability skillet.
Max durability skillet.
Great.
Now kill Soy.
It's
I'm
time.
not killing Soy.
Just like, make sure to get the crit as well.
I think it's funnier because Soy couldn't hear the voices, but you guys can.
You gotta murder everybody.
Oh, I thought that was a zombie.
I think Soy underestimates you. I think Soy doesn't think you'll kill him.
How do I get it away?
And you get one
You
away.
have a dagger. He's not even listening.
Soy's
to you.
ignoring
It's
you.
like
Kill
him,
really
kill him.
disrespectful. Just
Soy?
kill him.
Can
I
you
think
hear
this
me?
is deserving of death.
Can you hear me?
Your voice chat's perfect. I think you need to kill Soy. You need to kill Soy. He muted in front of you just so he didn't have to listen to you talk. That's crazy. You need to kill Soy.
I'm not killing
Well, he's
Soy.
like-
I explored and looted for the bit of time I had, and after a bit less than an hour, this is what my inventory looked like. You guys are going to see me hoard so bad in this pack, it's not even funny.
Cosmonautic's not getting on Valorant right now.
Throwing.
I have to go,
Trolling.
but I will be back in like an hour. Bye-bye. So off I went, logging out to play the match, and then I got back on in about an hour or so. I got really lucky and found a hospital building early on, so I ran in to loot it. White steel door. My bad, gang. I stripped that place down, grabbing everything I could feasibly carry. Hospitals always have good loot, and having golden apples would prove really valuable as they're the only way to properly cure infection. Hospitals are relatively rare. After, I went exploring further from spawn, looting in a residential area before Soy asked me to come check out her base, which was really cute to her credit.
Wait, it's a golden apple to cure infection?
I believe so. Hello, Ozymandias.
Hello.
I see.
How was the
You
game?
can't craft a golden apple?
How was
Oh, I
the
need
Valorant
Formula
game?
X. Bad.
Hello, I'm playing
Bad.
Deceased Craft.
Did you guys win? the
Bye!
No.
I'm in a car. Do you want to come with me, Soy? Get in the car. We're going on an adventure.
No, don't take me. I need to stay home.
Hmm.
My very nice house. What will I do?
Voices.
Being infected is terrible. I'm always starved.
The cars in Deceased Craft are so ugly, oh my god. But it is fun to abduct your friends and go on road trips in them.
Probably got a big red cross.
Ah, we're out of fuel. We had to go to a gas station to get gas, and thankfully I saw one in a city on the minimap. So I ran in that direction, finally spotting it toward the edge. Oh, there's gasoline in here! We have to go get the car. Uh-oh.
Anyways,
Since Soy was dead, I handled it myself, getting the blocks needed to make a bridge that would be easier to access and going back to grab the car, carrying it all the way back to the gas station and filling it up before getting it back on the road. I went back to spawn to pick Soy up again. Hello, Soy! 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 Soy, get out here. We're going on a road trip. Come on.
Give me a second. I'm grabbing, get water.
What do you need water for?
Not die. Alright, let's go.
Let me revive you if something happens, by the way. I think what happened is you revived yourself. And
Yeah, I think
then...
that's what happened.
Yeah. I did crash at one of these earlier on my way back. Don't want to alarm you.
Alright, my turn.
Okay.
I'm at the helm now.
Passenger princess. Real. The voices called me a
How do I drive-
passenger
how do I drive
princess.
straight?
I did fuel the car, but we're gonna stop at the gas station and top up, so make a right.
We go right? Okay.
Don't crash the car!
I didn't crash it!
You
I'm
almost
staying in the
crashed
bumper
it.
lane.
I highly recommend doing an in-game road trip with friends. It's goofy and so fun, and you definitely won't zone out while driving and send both you and your friend off the edge of the road into the ocean below. That doesn't happen, don't worry about it. So we got back on the road, driving and driving and driving, pausing for short breaks to loot nearby cities and check out what buildings were around. But we didn't yet find the building I desperately wanted to settle in. The hotel. The hotel is a giant tower with tons of spawners and loot and a lot of immersive engineering things at the very top. It's great if you can conquer it, and my goal was to make it my home. Them being rather rare makes it a bit challenging though. We just kept going until Soy accidentally hit shift and fell out of the car. I stopped, and when I went to look back at her, I spotted a different tower in the distance. Oh my god, Soy! Can we live there? Wait, look at that! Look at that building! This wooden tower isn't what we were looking for, but oh, does it have insane loot inside. At the top, there's a bunch of good baubles, and at the very bottom, there's a whole netherite block. At the time, I didn't know about the netherite, sadly, but I did know about the baubles and other loot, so in I went. I'm sad to be so far, but I do know there are a lot of, like, transport things here, so I'm not that upset about it. Okay, I'm gonna go because I need to use the bathroom, and also I'm gonna go grab a snack. I just don't want to log back in and get, like, swarmed by mobs. I'll be right back. Oh my god. That is so many zombies. Looks like I made the right call by blocking myself into a safe area, so I hopped off and went to bed, so I was on my own to loot this structure. I wasn't set on living here yet, but if finding a hotel proved too difficult, then I'd be fine repurposing this structure too. But with my inventory getting a bit full and me feeling a bit worried about not having my spawn set to where I wanted to be, I left before completing the structure, heading back on the road. And I'm so glad I did, because just a couple hundred blocks further and there was the building I'd been seeking out. It only took me going 4,000 blocks out from spawn, totally a normal amount. Some buildings have some guaranteed stuff. Ooh, I found a hotel. I'm glad I just continued down a bit further. I built myself a staircase and dropped down, running to the building and clearing the spawners on the lower level. And immediately, I booked it to the top level, knowing it would be easier to clear the building if I could do it from the top down versus trying to fight my way up through multiple levels worth of zombies that are constantly being spawned in. Also because it meant I could ignore the lower levels for now, other than clearing some of the closer spawners and get a base set up in a relatively safe spot. I have to go through and clear out the rooms, but I need like a storage system in place first, because if I don't have one, I'm just not going to be able to keep any of what I find. I might just go down to get rid of all the spawners at least. Oh. I just have to finish clearing out the little apartments underneath where my bed is at. Also, it looks like it's turning to daytime.
I slept.
Oh. What the freak, bro? I worked on clearing out the upper area by knocking down the walls and getting rid of any stray zombies. That's when I noticed another SMP member, Buzzer, struggling a bit. I offered my help in chat. Alright, I'm about to be on a Buzzer rescue mission. I don't know. Whenever I play any mod pack, I just pick everything up thinking it'll be useful later, probably. After emptying my inventory and taking a second to sleep, I started heading down to go rescue Buzzer. This hotel is big enough, I really don't mind having other players stay in it with me. I told him I was on my way and started driving, rather thankful for how fast the cars in this pack can be. Hello, Buzzer!
Heyo.
I'm on my way. I live like 4,000 blocks from spawn, but I'm like 400 away right now. Okay, I'm at your help me waypoint. I'm on the road next to it. Are you able to get up to the road?
I think so.
Hit W.
Holy, wait, this is so... Ah!
So I went down and helped, coming across both Cream and Buzzer in the process. Cream wanted to show off his base progress, and well, it's definitely not what I was expecting to see, but it's also Cream, so expect the unexpected?
That's why when I saw this place, I was like, holy shit, this is cool.
Yeah, we can't stay too long, we gotta get going because I'm pretty sure my horde is set to spawn in a few days, so we gotta get back before that happens. Alright, Buzzer, you're gonna come live at my hotel.
Hotel? Ooh, can I be the receptionist?
Yeah, you can be the receptionist. It's huge. It's a huge building. Like, ginormous. So we ran to the car, trying to get back quickly. I'm actually kind of surprised while editing this. I genuinely thought it took longer to get all the way back than it actually does. I guess I felt a bit longer when in-game, but in reality it only took a few minutes max. I was happy to have Buzzer at the hotel. He's newer to MSMP, so I considered it a better chance to get to know him.
Oh, I'm not robbing no more.
Oh, you're
Oh.
about to be. Just stay down there. Don't move. Don't sacrifice anything.
I forgot that you can't. I was playing a different mod pack and you could like fall onto leaves.
I took him to the base level of the hotel and made my way up to the top, though Buzzer paused to loot some of the levels. It probably gave lots of stuff, especially since I left a lot of the lower levels alone at this point, as I was trying to find a safe place to settle before I added more stuff to my already flooded inventory. So you can just go straight up, like up the stairs. I live on like the top 2 levels pretty much. I haven't cleared out anything but the top 3, so be careful when exploring and make sure that your spawn is set here before you do.
I wish you could just like TP to people. I know it's like crazy broken, but damn. Sometimes I just wish.
I went to the very top level of the hotel in order to get some trees planted and get my hands on some more wood. I didn't really care to set up a create tree farm since at this point it would be too expensive, but also because I didn't need a lot of wood and probably wouldn't ever need that much. Bone mealing and cutting down a few trees was more than enough to make me a bunch of chests for now. I also checked out the rest of the roof, noting some create stuff that I was tempted to yoink, but I opted to leave it in place just in case future me would wind up needing it to fix the elevator. A broken one spawns in with the hotel, and I'm sure this is probably part of what I need to fix it. I've never built a create elevator though, so yeah. For now I just chucked all of my items into the chest so I could figure out how many I'd need to have a properly sorted system.
Dude, I like how all these buildings have really cool elevators that are just a pit.
Dude, I literally fell down one earlier and almost died. I need some sand. It is unfortunate that there's a blood moon going on right now. I chucked some more stuff into the chest and began looking into what making a refined storage system would require. Looking at those recipes made my little goblin heart shiver, but I noted down every main component I'd need to find to be able to have easier storage access. A controller, a disk drive, and a crafting interface. Not to mention a power source, but I already knew about thermoelectric generators and create stuff would be an option too, so I wasn't too worried about getting something going. Once the blood moon ended, I headed down the steps to the base of my tower, saw this magic tiger that was casually just walking on water, and grabbed some sand from the river nearby. I promptly tossed it into my furnaces and used the glass to make some glass panes, presumably to get started on the things I'd need for easy villagers. But guess what? We'll never know because I got horribly sidetracked, forgot what I was doing, and went downstairs to clear out some of the other levels. I even found one of those survivor rooms, opting to drop all of my stuff back at home before I went in and stole everything. And I mean everything, from this guy's corpse to his microwave. After I finished robbing this guy for everything he owned, I made my way back to the upper levels and decided it was time for me to hop off for the night. Okay, gamers. It is time for me to go to bed. The next day I hopped on, determined to deal with this inventory mess. I like keeping my loot sorted, being an organized loot goblin pays off. Also, watching this back, I'm like, who the actual needs this many can openers? Why do I have so many can openers? I just need you all to know that I spent like genuinely forever doing this. I really just needed to get a refined storage system online. You get so much stuff in this mod pack. When I felt I was done with sorting, I ran back down to the lower levels and went back to clearing them out, which only further contributed to my storage issues, not gonna lie. I wound up deciding to run all the way to the bottom level and further down to the parking garage to clear those out. Man, was that a good decision. Not only did I find a boatload of create stuff, but on the very bottom level there was this hidden room that had ancient debris inside. You bet I mined every bit of that. But I knew storage was going to become a major issue, especially if I didn't act now to find the things I needed to make a refined storage system. But I had to go make a detour to go pick up Soy from that older building when she logged in, taking her to the hotel. This is the new car. Do you want to see how fast it goes?
Show me.
Okay. We gotta get going at first, but you'll see. Look how fast.
Flat damage.
We're already here.
Whoa.
Welcome home. Yeah, you see that building? Oh, I'm dying of hunger. After dropping her off at the hotel, I ran back to the car and went off exploring, which I need to make a regular grid for, which I need that's a lot of cores. Oh, I can make those. I think I have a lot of basic processors too. Oh, I got a controller. I don't think I clipped it when I did, but I did from that building. I hate the Weezer guys. They're so
What happened?
I fell from the up lol. I kept going, making a quick stop at home to bring this dog I found up to the safer levels and to empty out my inventory. I still needed a few more things before I could get the refined system online, and thankfully I was able to find enough of these buildings that contain storage bits to have more than enough. I even offered to trade the extra with cream so I could get some much needed redstone. I'm just trying to get the storage bits I need so that I can get a proper system set up. Do you want the crafting grid too? I've got 3 of them now. I stopped at Cream's base to drop off the stuff and get my redstone, and then I began the ride home. I'm on my way home, butter. I'm just 3,000 blocks away, so it'll be a little... And the ride was actually over sooner than I thought it would be. Home sweet home. I got the components together and had to figure out power generation, which I felt would be easiest using the thermoelectric generators. These work by having a strong heat source on one side and a strong cold source on the other, creating energy. But I didn't have a strong enough difference at first, so I went to the roof to get my hands on some snow, which would let me use this freezer to convert water into ice. And then I got enough regular ice that I could craft it down into, I think, packed ice, which worked. So I started dumping everything into the terminal after hooking up the wiring. I don't actually remember if it was packed ice or blue ice. I think that's packed ice, but it could be, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. My bad, I might be causing a tad bit of item lag right now.
What are you doing? I don't think whatever you're
Putting-
doing is comparable. I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie.
I'm putting all of my stuff in my system. My
Yeah,
new refined storage system. So I destroyed all of my chests and I'm using a magnet to draw all of the items to me so I can just chuck it all in here.
I mean, that might be causing a little bit.
Don't worry, I didn't leave it looking like this. I did clean it up, and by cleaning it up, I mean covered it up, so it looked like this. As the girls say when they curl their hair, the back of my head is not my problem because I can't see it. I feel that applies here, except I'm not a girl, but don't think about it that hard. With the terminal online, it was finally time to start getting into the create portion of the pack. I can't progress much further without getting to the wastelands, an incredibly hostile biome where the zombies are much more lethal and much more terrifying. Maybe going there will tell me more about what happened to this world? Normally, I'd just go find it, taking with me some mildly good armor since I'm the goat, but the air there is dangerous to breathe, so I needed to get a mask that can handle it. To make the mask and filters, I need to get some mechanical crafters online. So I went and did some construction on the level below my living space, tearing down all the walls and filling in the middle area so it'd be safe to walk over. I set some water wheels up and hooked in some mechanical crafters, covering it up so it was a bit less ugly. Thankfully, I didn't have to actually get the resources to make the crafters since they were a guaranteed spawn in that one car building. I also set up a fan so I could smell ores faster later on, but mainly to wash the tint off the glass I had so it could be used in other crafting recipes. This let me get some easy villager stuff set up, but I was still missing a key component as far as creating the first mask goes, lead ingots. So I went exploring, going through this building in particular because it had a lot of storage components inside which would be nice in the future for larger disk drives. Go get in your car, let's get out of here.
I don't know why, but watching you
You don't have a car?
I walked.
You walked?
No, I didn't. I have a helicopter.
Oh, why don't you go get your helicopter? Why are you getting in my car?
Cause I don't want to waste fuel. I had like 39 coal coke in it. And that shit's already almost down to like 20.
Jesus. Having Cream along to explore with me was fun, though we were doing this in the winter, meaning we had to combat the cold. And what better way to warm up than by starting several fires? Oh, and I wound up not only tearing down an entire train, but finding a gallery which gave me literal shulker boxes, and I went into the hotel that spawned next to it.
Give me next to my magma block.
You should honestly just bring like a flint and steel with you
Lava.
next time.
I'm gonna
Fire
be
works
so
really well.
fucking real with you. I am so like rotted in the brain at this point that I thought you were literally just gonna say straight up like, I think you should yourself.
Bro.
That would be a classic Cosmonautic quote.
I would not say that to you, bro.
Cosmonautic said that to me so many times. Like, I make a mistake in Valorant, and that's like, it's instant. No.
Oh no.
Oh, what is that? I don't think I've seen this one. Hello, what are you? Oh, that's a lot of... Ouch, never mind, this is a wasteland. That's why I haven't seen it before. That's why I have not seen it before. Ouch. Ouch. Organically discovering a wasteland was not on my list of things that could happen while exploring, but I guess it makes sense. This was our next hurdle progression-wise, and this place holds the keys to insane loot, which is like jingling one of those ADHD toys in front of my face. That's mean, bro. Gimme, gimme. I don't like the color of the sky right now. But I opted to turn back for now. I didn't have the gas mask. Exploring wasn't possible, at least not reasonably. Now that I know the location of a wasteland that others haven't been to yet, I just need to find enough lead to make the mask. I looted some places on my way back, but I decided to go all the way to spawn since a few of my friends were logging in for the first time.
You have to unbind the other middle click.
Alright, Elite, we gotta get going. I've got a horde in a few days, I think, and I don't want to be out here when it hits.
One sec. Wait, how? That doesn't even make sense.
Dude, you clicked on it and then clicked left click.
Shit, no
Untoggle
wonder.
key.
Dude,
Bro.
you're not
Dude.
spelling it.
Dude, this is actually like agonizing to watch. Dude, is
I
this
don't know what
what
you're
it's like as a Walmart employee, like interacting with customers, dude? Like just having to tell them, I don't work in that department. like,
Elite mates, follow me. Follow me, Elite.
Elite, check your
mates.
DMs, bro.
Bro.
I'm going to be the bigger person. I'm not gonna. I wasn't pointing at you, cuz I was pointing at you. Oh. Okay, well, I guess you're not the bigger person.
I am not the bigger person, bro.
Okay, so question: what happens when the infection timer runs out? Do I just fucking die?
I have
Yes.
stuff to cure you if you want. It's just golden apples. Oh wow, you actually have a surprising amount of fuel in here. Okay, you're chilling. Just follow me. Don't drive at full speed, like at certain parts, because there are going to be areas that we have to dodge stuff. So I took Elite back to my house, warning him about the gaps in the road since he wanted to take his own car. Mine was faster, so I'm just better. Once he was safely in the base, I emptied my inventory into the terminal and I went out exploring yet again, this time desperate for lead. I searched all over, looting building after building, going through everything in my area, and even getting in my car to go further away. Trust me when I tell you, I looked everywhere, even going as far as to venture back to the wasteland and see if I could find any buildings along the edge of the biome that had lead. Still nothing. And I returned home empty-handed. And then I got busy for a few days, but the next time I logged in, I saw our elevator had been fixed, or at least I thought it had. I went up to check on the water wheels and realized the water had frozen, so I placed down a torch and replaced the water wheel to fix it really quick. Thank you, Soy, for fixing our elevator. Then it was back to the grind for lead. Again, I searched far and wide, traveling on horseback throughout all the lands in search of my beloved lead, which would save my sanity and allow me to venture to the wastelands to slay the beasts that lurk there. But alas, I had to return to my tower empty-handed. And I'm also done talking like that. Instead of agonizing over the lead, I decided to work on getting started with immersive engineering. This was my first time legitimately engaging with that mod, and thankfully I had a lot of power stored in this lightning thing that was on top of the hotel. That made powering the crusher much easier off the bat. Part of the reason for getting into this was so I could crush certain ores like silver and bauxite down to get a possible byproduct of lead grit, which would solve my lead problem while getting me further progression-wise in the mod pack. Oh, that's the output for... I got one lead grit, let's go! It's not enough to make my gas mask, but it's a start. Yeah, I've also tried like using mineral survey tools and stuff, and I still have not found lead. So I think I must just be getting really unlucky. Did you find any of yours in like a building?
A little bit, but I think I was mostly in the wasteland.
I went out exploring with my dear friend Raggy, setting out to meet Cream at an unlooted hotel he found.
Run out of gas? What happened?
Oh, I don't know what happened. I forgot. We actually have to get out here.
Right, okay.
So I'm gonna
I can see
go
your
back.
guys' name tags like right at the bottom.
Yeah, we're on the road right now.
Cosmo, I'm tired of hearing you complain, so here you go.
Bro.
I do not give a shit whether or not you're going to be like, oh, but I don't want your handouts. It's like, I don't care. I'm sick and tired of hearing you complain about how you can't find lead anywhere. So I'm giving you lead.
Bro.
Cause I want to see you go into the wastelands eventually, and I do not feel like having you like create like 25 arc furnaces just for one lead ingot.
That's literally what I'm gonna have to do, bro.
Well, not anymore. I gave you lead.
We got lead, yippee! I genuinely think I was just getting unlucky. Even mining didn't work for me with finding lead, because I just get super slowed. I get like giga slowed as I'm running away. No!
Do you remember when I thought that I had 2 backpacks on me for like...
No!
Or when I thought that...
No.
Yo, dude, I don't give a shit about. I can use the elevator.
What the? What the? Reggie?
Huh?
Reggie?
What? What's up?
I looted the rest of the hotel, running through the different levels and effectively robbing this place of every conceivable piece of loot. That's just how I ball, bro. The loot goblins get it. After that, I headed home, finally ready to get my things together to journey to the wastelands, this time with proper gear. Well, now I have my gas mask. I can technically go to the wastelands. When I saw Buzzer log in, I went down to visit and also offer him passage to the wastelands. I did this because I still don't know Buzzer that well and it'd be a good time to chat, but also because we still had Revive Me, so having another person there would be best to avoid getting killed and respawning thousands of blocks away. I'm about to go to the wastelands. Have you been there yet?
No, not yet. What's that?
Do you want to see?
Sure.
Okay, pack enough stuff for a long car ride. Meet me on the upper level when you're done. When he was ready, he came up to my level to let me know, and we hopped in the elevator to get to the base floor. It was a long road trip, but we made it to the wastelands. F is for friends that do stuff together, like go on road trips to dangerous, deserted areas riddled with terrifying mutated zombies and monsters. But yeah, now that it's not nighttime, I think we should be encountering less mobs. We looted happily, unaware of the horrors to come. Dear viewer, we were terribly underprepared for what we were about to encounter. The zombies out here are downright terrifying, and we both struggled, leading to Buzzer's filters breaking without us realizing in time, so we were forced to leave the wastelands. We looted the buildings nearby that weren't in the biome before hopping back in the car to head home. I dropped all my new things into the terminal and also decided to make a car workshop. My car had taken a lot of damage in all the time I'd been using it, and this would let me completely tear it down and rebuild it. For some reason, I also decided to build a huge and very ugly road leading directly to the top floor. I think my thought process was that it'd be a faster way to bring the car up to the upper levels for repairs, but looking back, this really makes no sense, and it opened up a way for zombies to get to me during Horde nights, which you may have noticed I haven't mentioned much at all, and that's because the earlier Horde nights weren't really a threat with how high I was off the ground, but they'd be an issue soon. I also wanted to use the road for the plane I'd be needing soon. Speaking of, I worked on getting the components for the propeller together, making a plane next. And then it was time for my first flight, which was going really well until it was time to try to land the thing on my roof. Uh-oh. 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 Whee! I'm flying a wooden plane in Minecraft. Yay. After figuring out the plane stuff, I finally set about getting a steam engine running. I had the blaze burners from the wastelands, though I was one short technically, and I acquired a lot of other things that I didn't have before thanks to the wastelands. I wanted to be properly prepared before I went back, now that I knew what I was up against. I got the steam engine working with lava as the power source for the blaze burners, using the whole cauldron setup and then adding a flow system that would automatically dispense lava into buckets for the mechanical arm to pick up and deposit into the burners. Then it would place the bucket back down on the belt and the bucket would get refilled for the process to repeat again and again and again. And it worked pretty well. I also got this door together. Don't worry, I did wind up making it properly functional instead of just basically making it a weapon. And I did make sure the lava had a fluid tank to deposit in while waiting for buckets to fill, so I'd be able to minimize the amount getting wasted. I didn't want the lava to just sit in the cauldron so it couldn't refill. That would be aggravating and wasteful. After all of that was set, I powered my plane, gathered my things, and dropped myself off in the wastelands yet again, this time with a better plan in mind. I'd set my spawn point on this beach so I could loot freely and take more risks than I would have been able to otherwise, though I didn't check my horde calendar and wound up having to fight one on that same beach. Thankfully, the zombies were slowed by the water because this would have been genuinely awful otherwise. Then I saw a boss bar appear at the top of my screen. What else could go wrong?
You can't even hit it! Oh my god.
The water was again my lifeline, allowing me to get to my body and regain my things. I wound up having to just go about looting the wastelands with this giant thing following me at a distance. It was rather scary, to be honest, especially knowing I had to check outside before leaving buildings, otherwise I'd risk running straight into it.
You have the worst priority ever. The f you mean you're upgrading your movement speed, right? Oh, I guess the movement speed is so good. You mean you're uploading your luck?
I think my mic wasn't on in OBS for some reason, but I was definitely responding to Soy in the moment. I was able to kill the boss when it got stuck, although the footage looks like a PowerPoint to me in Adobe, so if it looks like that for you too, don't worry, it's not you, it's me. Guess what? Another one spawned while I was looting other buildings. Yay, me! Except this time I was running out of ammo. I got it so low despite running out of ammo and decided I didn't learn my lesson when I tried to melee it last time. I healed, popped a gap Bed Wars style, and charged forth, determined to win. I got several hits in, but it just wasn't enough. And to get back to my things, I had to wait for help from another player since I was so far into the wastelands I wouldn't be able to reach it without them. Thanks to Rivaled, I got my stuff back and was able to continue exploring, getting my hands on so much valuable loot. It's kind of insane. We even found what I think was some sort of military compound, which had so much stuff. Even though it was clear other players had made it there before us, there was enough for me to genuinely be struggling for inventory space, even though I had a million Gorbillion crates and several shulker boxes. So I got in my plane and headed home, Rivaled hitching a ride with me. We noted a very interesting looking building on the map though, planning to revisit once our inventories were cleared. I also set up some more create stuff in the workshop while I waited for Rivaled, hooking up a mixer from Immersive Engineering to finalize the processor belt. I even got a metal press online. Super proud of myself for all this, I'm not gonna lie. I also finalized the enchantments on my armor, then decided it was time to make my way back out to the wastelands. This would ideally be my final visit. I had a feeling this building was the structure I needed to complete the pack, and I was not too far off. I went into the building, looting level after level and fighting my way through hundreds of zombies. It turned out to be some sort of lab containing some zombie types I hadn't even seen in the wastelands prior. It was challenging, but also some of the best loot I've gotten throughout this entire playthrough. And waiting for us at the bottom, what looks to be a portal. So I sit here and ask myself, is this where the zombies came from? Surely, given the plethora of them surrounding it and the lab structure around it as well. When we got down to the portal, we sealed it off from the rest of the lab so we'd be able to go into it without zombies dropping down on us from above. Before we went in, however, I made a quick trip home, totally not dying along the way, to drop off all the extra things I'd gotten from the building and empty them into the terminal. And that's when I got a visit from my good friend Ezka.
Oh yeah, lovely. Yeah, I can actually hear you now. Hello.
While I waited for Rival to get back on, I worked on my base, expanding my create setup and making this area a lot more presentable overall. I knew this would be one of my last times logging in, and I wanted to leave it feeling more complete. Even though I wasn't going through the last bit of making the whole cure thing, I didn't know what waited for me on the other side of that portal, and if it was bad enough, well, I wouldn't be too upset about leaving my playthrough there. That's all I'll say. We all know I'm not a stranger to unclean video endings. I was proud of how this workshop area was turned out, and you should be proud too, because I'm no builder, but this definitely turned out pretty nice. You know what else would be nice? If you liked, subscribed, commented, and shared the video with your friends. If you've made it this far, I don't know why you haven't yet. This script was 5,000 words long. These videos are time consuming, and they take a lot of work, so it would be really appreciated.
Okay. Wait, again!
Thank you, Jacon, for making the human gun on the community server when we did raspberry flavored. It inspired me to make this version to entertain Ezka so she'd stop messing around on the create belts for the actual machines. I decided to keep it, incorporating it with the workshop. I also added on a squeezer so I could get some more progress done, but then I had a particularly bad horde night, which made me realize I definitely needed to get rid of the giant bridge. Anyway, I made a coke oven and got my friend Elite on, finishing up some decorations before grabbing what he would need to be able to go to the wastelands with me. I needed to head back soon so I could go through the portal with Rivaled later, but Elite expressed an interest in the lab, so I figured it couldn't hurt to bring him over there.
Oh, I think it's the little yellow guys. Oh, oh yeah, I might be a little bit cooked.
So we looted more levels together, working through the levels Rivaled and I skipped, and getting some of the things we'd missed as well. And eventually Rivaled did get back on, and it was time to go through the portal. And I'm gonna be so real, the zombies here were so terrifying that they scared my PC, and all of my footage from this dimension looks like a goddamn PowerPoint presentation. The zombies here were actually scary to look at, though I will say they weren't too scary to fight, especially with guns. There were so many ores, and I may or may not have almost died a few times, but given that almost all of what I recorded is unwatchable, we have to call it here. Once we left the dimension, we made our way back home. I dropped my inventory off and I did some final things to the workshop before logging out for the last time. And I can't help but feel like we're not done. Deceased Craft is set to get a very big update, the 6.0 update. I think you can count on me revisiting when that drops. Thank you for watching the first video in my holiday series. For all of December, I'm releasing double the amount of content I'd typically be dropping. Video dates were announced in the Discord and also under the community tab if you want to know more of what you're getting by subscribing and sticking around. Anyway, I'll be back with more soon. Until then, YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video, so maybe check it out. Thank you, bye-bye!